Hi, this is Eugene with Darkroom Software. In this quick video, I want to show you how you can use multiple printers with Darkroom Booth. So what we're talking about is printing a 4x6 on one printer and then a 6x18 on another. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see how this is done. And along the way, I'll show you a couple options that you can do with Print Alternate. So we're going to go switch over to Global Settings, and I have my DS40 enabled. It's not detected because it's actually turned off right now to cut down noise, but and then there's also something else I'm going to show you with that. So it is enabled, it's right over there, it's just turned off. The next thing we're going to do is add a DX100. I have it right here. And this is going to be a 6-inch roll printer. I have it set for 6-inch, and I'm going to make sure the sizes for the 6-inch roll are set to not accept the 2x6 right here or the 4x6. I want those sizes to go to the DS40, the NP printer. So the one size I want to make sure that is checked is 6x18. Now all these others that are checked, they're not being used, so they're not affected at all. But I just want to make sure the sizes that I don't want to go to this printer are unchecked, and the sizes that I do want to go to the printer are checked. And I want to do the same thing for the DS40. Print sizes and the default settings are normal. So if you're using a 620A, a DS620A, there's no reason to have two printers in that situation, because you can do both sizes on that 6x8 roll or 6x8 media. But if you did not want a size to go to a specific printer, you would just make sure that it's unchecked. And the layouts for the printers are different depending on what type of printer. If you, I might show you one more example. Let's say I want to do a 8x24, which this is just as an example. This is not, you wouldn't typically use a printer this size at an event, but oops, looks like we don't have 8x24, so we're just going to make up size 5x15. Let's say I want to do a 5x15. I would just on this Epson printer just make sure that 5x15 is checked there. So that's the interface when you're dealing with Windows printers. You don't have to use a directly supported printer. It is just a little bit easier to set up. But we're going to go ahead and leave that one disabled because we're not printing that size. So the next thing that we want to do, and what's going to tell it what printer to go to use, is going to be the actual print size. So this is kind of the template that we're using. It's a different version. We're going to uncheck 4x6, and under let's look at the templates just so you can see the difference real quick. So I have a 4x6 that has 3 images, and then I have a 6x18 that has 3 images. They're laid out just a little bit different. And then I have a 4x6 right here with a single image. And I'll show you why and how you can use these two guys differently. But we're going to go with the 3 image for right now. We don't need to select it here because we're going to choose Print Alternate. We're going to have it set for after the session, and then scroll down to the bottom and choose our 4x6 3 image, and then add template, and the 6x18. And so you can uncheck this and it'll give you an option to skip the print if you want, or you can make it mandatory. They have one or the other that they can print. And it's set for after the session. It's going to take 3 photos, and then place it in both templates and give them a choice on which to print. So one thing that might come up is they don't know what they're printing. It's just a template. It's showing proportions. It's not showing the actual size. So let's go ahead and click OK. And then click choose. We can add a little bit of text. And so it lets the customer know what they're choosing. And we can set it to display on the screen but not print. And really, when you're talking about print sizes, they really don't. I mean, it might make a difference to them, but once you get into like specialty products like keychain, that's where it's real helpful, because it's not going to show them laid out in the actual object. So let's say this is a keychain. I can go on and put keychain on it, and it's telling me it's going to display but it won't print. But you could put a little note, and we can make that even larger. And just so they know what they're getting. So but once again, that's not going to print. It's just letting them know, and maybe it's helping your attendant, letting them know which one is which. So I just wanted to show you that option. What we're going to do is cancel out of this and go back, and I'm going to show you another option that we have when we click on print alternate. I have it set to match output, and we have that 4x6 with 3 images. If we change this to a 4x6 single image and set the prompt before the session, whenever it starts, depending on which template they choose, it'll either take 1 image or 3 images. So that's where these two options can actually help with the actual flow. So that's kind of neat. You don't want to have them select a single image and then take 3 images and the other 2 just get lost to space. So bringing 2 printers, it's not going to be for everybody. That's a lot of lug-in heavy equipment around, but for a specialty event, you might want to have something like that. Just like Valentine's coming up, the keychain is kind of a cool thing, or you can print out to a 4x6. So I wanted to bring that up, but where it might be really useful, and a question I get a lot is, I want an option between printing and sharing. So you can use one of these guys to print out a QR code that they then scan to retrieve an image from Event Gallery. And then you can have another option where they select just a normal print. So this is kind of a low-cost receipt printer that you can use just, and in that situation, you don't necessarily need an internet connection right then. Just tell them scan the code a little bit later on after you've uploaded them, and that works out really well for those events that are out in the boonies where there is no internet. So you can print out receipt, tell them stick in your pocket, I'll have them uploaded by the end of the night, and then that's a great way to share or give the option between print and not print. If that's a setup that you guys would like to see, make sure let me know in the comments, and I will make a video with that type of setup, printing a 2x6 or printing a receipt QR code. Just let me know in the comments below. So I hope this has been helpful. It's kind of a lot of information for something pretty simple. You can do the same thing in Core Edition. Core Edition is actually a little bit easier, and you have a few more advanced options. And I do have a video for using multiple printers in Core Edition, or same thing for Pro. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. If there's a topic that you want to learn a little bit more about, be sure to comment below, like, subscribe, and click the little notification bell so when we release a new video, I'll let you know. Here's some other videos you might like. Most importantly, thanks for being a customer. I'll see you next time.